Today we answer the age-old question, what can the magic of blue do for you? Let's talk about that. This is the Blue Mage, Final Fantasy's iconic specialist when it comes to learning spells and abilities from monsters. First appearing in Final Fantasy V, the Blue Mage retains its propensity for learning and using enemy attacks and abilities in its Final Fantasy XIV incarnation, building up its arsenal of spells with every enemy it observes and defeats. Any adventurer seeking to learn blue magic should first speak with this zealous yellow jacket near the Aetheryte Crystal in Limsa Leminza, as she is currently investigating reports of a mysterious and suspicious man who claims he can teach others how to use the special abilities of monsters. Let's talk about the unique characteristics of Final Fantasy XIV's Blue Mage. Introduced in patch 4.5, the Blue Mage is Final Fantasy XIV's first ever job to be classified as a limited job. As a limited job, there are certain limitations placed on the Blue Mage that are not present on any of the other standard jobs. For starters, Blue Mages, which start at level 1, can only attain a maximum of level 50 as of its introduction in patch 4.5. The Blue Mage can participate in standard duties such as dungeons, trials, and raids up to level 50 through the use of Party Finder or through pre-formed or undersized parties. Duty Finder and Duty Roulettes are unfortunately unavailable at this time for the Blue Mage, as well as the Forbidden Land Eureka, the Diadem, Squadron missions, deep dungeons such as Palace of the Dead, any type of PvP, Stone Sky Sea, and the Hall of the Novice training missions. The last limitation on the Blue Mage is that it cannot be used to progress through the main scenario quests. One positive out of this limited job system though, is that the Blue Mage gains a significant amount of bonus experience from defeating enemies in the open world, helping it level quite quickly, especially with help from a high-level friend. However, this bonus experience does not apply to Guild Leave or Fate enemies. Now let's talk about the Blue Mage's special job mechanic, its ability to learn and use enemy spells. For standard jobs, such as the Summoner, most skills, spells, and abilities are learned automatically by leveling up, and the rest are learned by completing class and job-specific quests. This is not the case for the Blue Mage, however, which only learns role actions automatically through leveling. For the Blue Mage, spells and abilities are learned in 3 different ways. The first and primary way is to go and seek out certain monsters, observe their specific attacks or abilities, and defeat them for a chance to learn those attacks or abilities. We will get to what those monsters and skills are later on. All but 7 of the Blue Mage's spells and abilities are learned this way, with the first spell, Water Cannon, already being learned once you first attain the Blue Mage job. The other 6 spells that aren't learned through observing and defeating monsters can only be learned by obtaining and using Whalaqee totems sold by wayward Galheel Ja, who appears in Ul'dah after completing the Blue Mage job quest, The Blue Leading the Blue. Each of the totems available for purchase will only become available once certain achievements have been met. 4 of the 6 totems are earned through the number of spells the Blue Mage has managed to learn. The last 2 totems can only be earned by participating in the subject of our next topic, the Masked Carnivale. Unlocked after completing the level 50 Blue Mage job quest, the Masked Carnivale is a set of single-player trials specific to the Blue Mage job, pitting the Blue Mage against one or several monsters, with each trial consisting of 1 to 3 different fights, or acts. These trials range in difficulty from easy, straightforward fights to challenging fights with puzzle-like elements. In these tougher fights, preparing certain spells to exploit enemy weaknesses, or taking advantage of fight mechanics, or both, means the difference between success and failure. Completing these trials offer first-time rewards of Gil, Alliance Seals, and Elegant Tomestones of Poetics. There are also weekly challenges that offer these same rewards. Finally, as was mentioned earlier, 2 Whalaqee totems are only available for purchase by fulfilling 2 conditions related to the Carnivale. The first totem is made available after completing 10 trials, and the second after completing 20. Now, let's go over the Blue Magic Spellbook. Found under the character menu, the Blue Magic Spellbook houses all the spells the Blue Mage can learn. Spells that have already been learned will have their icon displayed, while those still yet to be learned will be marked with a question mark. Each spell will have their own lore entries, as well as a hint on how to learn the spell. One last thing you need to know about this book is that this is where you activate the spells you want to use. There are 49 spells total to learn as of patch 4.5, yet only 24 are allowed to be active at any given point in time. Only active spells can actually be cast, so when participating in content like the Masked Carnivale, make sure you prepare the spells you need first through the Blue Magic Spellbook. Now we would like to show you a montage of each of the 49 spells the Blue Mage can currently learn, as well as which monster to learn them from. Some spells can be learned in multiple locations, but I will show the locations where I found it easiest to obtain those spells. that's a wrap for this video. I hope you're having as much fun with the Blue Mage as I've been having. If you haven't tried it out yet, what you waiting for? Hurry up and get to it! Anyway, thanks so much for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, use your new blue magic powers to smash that like button. Also, please consider subscribing to my channel. Your support would be very much appreciated. Thank you again for watching, and until next time, take care as always.